Hey guys, it's Aaron, and as you can tell, it's snowing outside. I hope you got to get out and enjoy the snow on Saturday today. And anyways, welcome to True Devotion, a series of nuggets, spiritual nuggets to help you throughout the week. And I'm just sitting out here enjoying the snow and doing some devotions. And hope you guys enjoy it today and have a great day. And guys, well, I got out of the snow and back into the warm house, and just want to get into our devotion today. It comes out of Acts chapter 17, and it's when Paul is in Athens and talking to the Greeks, and he's witnessing to them about Jesus and about God. And in verse 22 it says, "Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, 'You men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription: To the unknown God, whom therefore you ignorantly worship, him I declare unto you.'" And that's one of my favorite scriptures. I know I have a lot of favorite scriptures, and you'll learn that. But it's so awesome how he takes the fact that these people were so superstitious, that they had an altar just in case they missed a god. They had all these gods and all these altars and all these things, and just in case they missed something, they had an altar for an unknown God. They didn't know if any such God exists in their minds, and yet they worshipped it anyways. Just because, just in case, so they didn't anger some unknown God. And but he takes that and twists it around and says, "You ignorantly worship this unknown God." He said, "But I'm going to tell you who this God is," and he's talking about the one true God, because all these other things they worship were really just worthless idols, because they had no power, no strength. There was no God behind that. It was just a belief system that they had created over a period of time. And but just that's what I wanted to talk about today. That I wanted to talk to you about this unknown God. Maybe you don't know this God. Maybe you say, well, I know that somebody, some powerful being created all these things, and you got to sit there and think for just a moment. And I could honestly talk for a long time on this, but I'm going to try to keep it within our time range today. But you can sit there and think about all of creation, thinking about the beautiful snow outside today that I was enjoying, thinking about the universe as a whole, how he created everything, all the planets, the stars, just look at creation on Earth, the mountains, the oceans, just the beautiful plants, the variety of animals, and even if you look at our human DNA and the complexity of simply a strand of DNA, that it is so complex that it's just unfathomable. They only understand what about, I don't know, a few percent of our DNA does. The rest of it, they say that it's useless, but I don't believe that that's true. I don't think God would create anything useless. I believe that we just aren't smart enough to figure out what all the rest of that DNA is meant for, what all it does. But to think about a God that created everything the way it is, that our Earth, our planet that we live on, is in what they call the Goldilocks zone. It's in the perfect place, not too hot, not too cold, just far enough away from our sun, and our sun is perfectly sized. If we had certain kinds of stars as our sun, it'd be too cold, or it'd be so large of a star and so hot that it would swallow us up or suck us into it. And I know I'm getting a little scientific, but I love that kind of stuff, and I love to kind of research that stuff. But it's just awesome to think that that God, we have a creator God that created everything that we see. Now, yeah, we live in a fallen, broken world, and there's a lot of bad things in this world, and things that aren't good and aren't great. But if you go back to Genesis in the beginning, and when he created everything, it was very good. The people that messed it up was mankind, and that's who we have to blame for the bad things in the world, as our own selves as a whole, as humanity. But but to think about the things that he created, the things that he's done, in the beginning, just reading the creation story, it is just awesome. And I wish that I was able to literally watch it take place, because I know it would have been a sight to behold to see creation spring up just from the sound of God's voice. And and it's just so mind-boggling to me, and even just to think about what they said the vast distances are from our planets to each other, and our distance to the sun, and it's just such a big, big, big universe, and yet God created it all for us. He created it because He wanted to have a relationship with you and me. And that's that unknown God. That unknown God that He's speaking of here in the book of Acts is the God of creation, the one and true, only true God that created the heavens and the earth, created everything that we see, feel, and touch, created us as a companion to Him, to be to walk with Him in the cool of the day as He did with Adam and Eve, and to talk with Him and to have a relationship with Him. That's what He wants. So I challenge you today to find out who that unknown God is, to come to know Him today. If you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you can do that today. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that devotion, and again, I hope y'all were able to enjoy the snow today as it was coming down this Saturday. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, let us know in the comments, and let's just continue to be thinking about. We want to do this live stream pretty soon. Haven't got a date set, but we will set that up and we'll let you know. So be on the lookout for that, and we have more things again on the horizon, more things that we have in the works. So with all that being said, like, share, subscribe, get on our YouTube page, subscribe to it, follow us on Instagram. We got a lot of things going on. Just do those things, and y'all be blessed.